Hello my friends, here I am, Angela, again with the videos of Will You Be My Valentine 2015 and with card 11. Thank you for all your comments. I apologize, my video yesterday looked horrible, but thank you for your wonderful comments. You make my day, you make me feel such like I'm an inspiration for you, and that's the whole purpose. So we're gonna do somebody asked me that they wanted me, that they have a little difficulty with gradient colors. And gradient means when you go from a darker color to a lighter color. And that is Melissa from Dolly Pop Production. So the card we're going to make today, we're going to add two techniques. We're going to use gradient stamping, and we're going to use, also, I'm going to move this out of the way. We are going to use the distress ink. We're going to use 4 of them. And I put the names of them over there so I know what the names are, and swatch the colors. We're going to use 4 of the distress ink, the applicator, and we're going to use a stencil to use some texture paste. Okay, so let's get on with this card because this card can take a little bit of time. We're going to use a 5x7 card. This time we're going to use it in a vertical way. So it means that it opens this way. And I already used my bone folder to make sure I have a nice and crisp crease. And I am going to use the paper pad that I'm going to be using is Ahoy 3 by Cartavella. I'm going to use some of the coordination glitter paper, and we are going to use, those are the paper we're going to use. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start, these are the 2 papers I use for that paper pad. We're going to go ahead and we're going to adhere the first one, that it's here. And what we're going to do is just use the adhesive of your preference to adhere the paper. And this is a 6x6 paper, so you can use your own judgment. I always like to put it 1/4 of an inch from the edge and give them a little bit of space. And then I did the same thing with the next one, but this one we're going to use a little bit of blue to, and I am going to use let's say Salty Ocean. And I'm going to use this piece of paper because I have to do a lot of stuff. So, and you see how I use the round motion just to give the paper, I start in the paper, but I come in, and here you go, round in the paper, and then you come inside your paper. Because if you started it on the card, you're going to have that round, you know, blotch of ink in there, and we don't want that. We want just to shadow. This is something I love to do, and it's one of my signature probably in my cards, but I love to do that. Okay, so here is, we use the Salty Ocean, and it's here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and adhere that second panel to the card. I had a good response of people. They want me to do the series about, you know, it's going to be like I was thinking about a title, and the title I came up, it will be like Ink 101, like when we take classes, remedial classes to know, or refreshing classes. So here it is. Okay, I'm going to show you. This is a digital from CC Design, and it comes with the bench and also comes with the girl. The girl is sitting on top of the bench. So I don't know her name, but I'm going to find out, and I'm going to put it down in my link. So this is the girl we're going to be using today. So we already have that. Okay, I cut this with my Dynamics stitch rectangles. And this one is where we're going to do the gradient coloring. Okay, you're going to need to do that. And I took the wrong, give me 1 second. I'm sorry for that. You're going to need a notepad that have adhesive, okay? So what you're going to do is you are going to use that in your card as far as you want your horizon to be. So I'm going to put 2 of them because this is the area I'm going to work with the gradient. You see? This part is only the one. And that way, there's a little piece here so it will hold it in place. Hope you can see it there. Okay. You start with your lighter color. And we're going to start with Broken China. Okay, so I am going to start like this. And you're going to keep going until the line of the paper of your sticky notes. Okay. And you're going to try to get every single, take a little bit more. Make sure this is the lightest color. Okay. So we use Broken China. Then the second color we're going to use, it's going to be Salty Ocean. Okay, so we go ahead, and I'm using the same applicator because they're blue. So, but you can have an applicator for each of them. And you're going to start from the beginning. And you keep, I don't know if my hand is letting you watch there. Okay, so we use the Salty Ocean and the Broken China. Then we're going to use Salty. I used the Stormy. Okay. I think I did a mistake, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Now we're going with the darker color that is supposed to be it's not Stormy Sky, it is called Stormy sky, yes. Okay. And you want to saturate the toppest color with all the 3 inks. But as you go down, you're going to see how it's lighter, okay? The last color we're going to use, it is Broken China, Salty Ocean. It is Stormy. Okay, then we go ahead and clean our, and we're going to put the right, we're going to go one more time with Salty Ocean. Okay, and Salty Ocean is done. We're going to go one more time, clean your, and we're going to use a little bit of the Broken China. And then last, we're going to go with that really dark blue. And this is what we call a gradient. A gradient is when you go from the darkest to the lightest. I am going to remove now this, and you have a perfect horizon. Okay. I didn't want this to be white, because so I'm going to use the same, and I am going to use one of the, I think I'm going to use Vintage Photo. Yes, I'm going to use Vintage Photo. And I think I'm going to need 2 new ones because the ink on those. Oops. These are old. My daughter was obsessed with these little sticky notes in the dollar store. And I have tons of them around the house. So you put your sticky notes in there, and we're going to take the Vintage Photo, and you can make a gradient color with the same color, applying the first layer and then going deeper in color at the bottom. You go several times and you can make that happen too, but that's entirely up to you. So I'm going to remove this, and here you see, so I am going to go a little bit over so the 2 colors kind of blend. Okay, so we did all the, we used the distress ink. We don't need them anymore. Okay, so now I'm going to take my card and I'm going to put a red ribbon, and I'm going to use my seam binding. Let me see something. I was going to use this yellow one, but I'm not too sure about it because it's like flags. I don't even know. This was from my Maya Row warehouse stash. I don't know where this started. Here, I found it. Nope, don't like. Okay, so I'm going to use a piece of the red. Cut. These are my ribbon scissors. Those are my ribbon scissors. Okay, so we're going to put the ribbon, making sure it is flat. So I am going to make a bow on this side. Well, maybe in this side. Maybe in this side. Okay. Me and my bows, and I am determined and do make a bow one of these days, a nice bow. And today is going to be the day. Yes. We have a wonderful bow. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this a little bit here, and I am going to put a little bit of glue there to kind of anchored the ribbon, and that way. And now I'm going to use my scissors and I am going to cut. Don't throw that piece away because seam binding is like gold. Okay. So there we have the front so far. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to use this Tim Holtz stencil, and it's called Speckles. And we're going to use it in the sky like little stars, because I couldn't find my little stars one. So you put your stencil where you wanted them to be. You're going to need a spatula. This is my iPod there. And this is texture paste. It's like a frosting kind of type of, you see? And this, you're not going to need much. You can tape it down if you feel like you wanted to, but you don't have to. So I am going to start putting this down. Let me move myself a little bit here. Move this out of the way. Okay, you see how I'm doing? I'm trying to cover all the little holes. And this a little bit goes a long way. Like you see, I am going to start putting back here because you just scrape it. You don't need much. You see my stencil, it's almost clean. I'm going to put a little bit more here because it needs, it was too thin. Okay. The rest of it, I just put it in here and I just scrape it and put it on the bottom so it won't get hard and then you won't be able to use it. So you see, I just used a little tiny bit. Make sure you put it tight. And you see, the template is almost clean. Now, we're going to remove this out and look what we have. This little bit that we have over there, if we don't want it, the good thing is, you see, it's solved, problem solved. There you go. And now, since I am a little impatient, can't wait, because I'm making a video, I am going to use my heat gun. To make sure it's dry. It dries pretty quick. It's dry. Okay. So now you see it's there. Start moving things. Things are. And then after you finish, wash your spatula and your stencil, okay? So now I'm going to put here some adhesive. And we are going to put this over here. Okay. Now we're going to work with our I already used my distress marker to do around the edges like I told you. This is the bench. And this is the girl. And okay. So the bench is not going to be, I'm not going to use Pop Dot for the bench. The bench is going to go with tape. Okay. Bless you. My husband having a sneeze spell. Okay. We're going to put her here. The bench is there. You see where the bench is? Okay. She is going to, we are going to use dimensionals for her. And I know my bag of dimensional is somewhere. Jesus. Okay. It's here. So I'm going to use the white ones. I try to keep all my... And we're going to put dimensionals on her back. We will have to use a bunch on her head. She has a big head. But I love her. She's from CC Designed. They have both digital and regular stamps. And I've been a bad girl. I think those, I don't know if I should put on her ponytails or not. Let's put some. I don't know if they will be too big. You don't want your dimensions to show. Okay, I think. So now we'll remove the backings. So when I do my series, I'm going to colon 101 on whatever the theme or the thing we're talking about. I'm planning to use tips and tricks. Let's say tips and tricks 101 inks. Okay. I'm going to put the girl sitting on the bench. And there she is. She's sitting there. Okay. I want to add this, remember this die, happy. We're going to put the word happy over here. But I want to stamp the word love using this little, these are from the $1.50 bin from Joann's. They have them over there. They're a little bigger than the ones on Michael's. I'm going to show you a trick. When you want to write a word, you see I have my, if you try to stamp them all together, one by one, even if you try, you're not going to have. The only way this is, it's function and work, it's when you have all the letters. If not, you know, you are not going to. I put a piece of tape behind it, and I'm going to use my little shoe tape that my daughter gave me. Isn't that cute or what? And we are going to take, let me see if you can see me here. We're going to put another piece of tape in top. And you have the word love. And you don't have to worry about positioning your letters. So I'm going to use Momentum ink. I'm going to stamp. I'm going to check and make sure I get a good impression. And you see, it was good that I checked because one of the letter is backwards. Fixed. Let's try it again. Why it's not? Okay, it worked perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the Siren X again. Remember, we used this machine. We're gonna put our word or whatever we want through there all the way in. This one has to go a little bit in an angle. And then all you do is push this and you have you don't have to mess with, see, you have your word already sticky. We remove the top layer of that. Like I told you last time, let me close this. I don't want to mess anything with it. You throw this away. This is very sticky. So you don't want it on your, so here's the word happy. All you do is you peel. You see all that, you see there is ink. It's, then what I do, because I don't want having ink over there, I use this, and I just go like this, so the ink, the excess of ink that stays, they have a tool for this. but I have one, but I don't know where it is. So I just go like this, and the ink and the glue just go where it's supposed to go. Okay, I think this is pretty darn good. And we're gonna put the word happy. Okay. I'm trying to do the best I can. Stuck to my finger. It's just that it needs to go underneath her hair, and this one underneath. There we go. Okay, there's the word happy. We're gonna stamp the word love. Let's move the tape, and this. We can throw this away. We can put I keep my paper piercer in one of these. And we're going to take the word love. And I'm going to put a little more ink here. Because I want to keep my ribbon down. There we go. Okay. The word love. The question is, do I want to do it in blue? Yes. Yes, we do. You go ahead and press it there. And then we're going to put it over here. So we are going to align and you're going to press, and you have the word love. Okay? Now we're going to do the inside of the card. That's the outside of the card. We're going to get ready for the inside of the card. And we move all this out of the way because we don't need that. For the inside, it's going to be simple. We're going to use a piece of the glitter and a little birdie told me. So we are going to put